Today we're going to work on the standard squat pattern. So with the squat, your basic stance is going to be about hip width apart. And this is not only for a squat, but pretty much any other basic standing exercise. You want to start with your feet about hip width apart. So not too wide and shoulder width apart, but keep them in line, your ankles, your knees, and your hips all in line. So feet hip width apart and your knees slightly bent. Next, core engaged, and then you want to focus on your shoulders back and down. Now from that stance, we're ready for the squat pattern. So focus on hip hinging first, meaning that you want to focus on bending at your hips first, flexing your hips first before the knees. So you want to go ahead and push your hips back and then bend your knees. So in this pattern. So flex at your hips first here, and then bend at your knees here. Now you can put your hands on your hips or your arms out in front, just like this, in the squat pattern. So what we're looking for here is that your knees stay behind the line of your toes and in line with your first and second toe. So you don't want to do this. You're losing the hip hinge and those knees are coming forward. So you want to hip hinge back, bringing your knees back and behind the line of your toes here. Now also in the squat, you want to keep your knees in line with your first and second toe. So when you come down and descend in the squat, you don't want to bring your knees in, that's a valgus collapse, and you don't want to bring them out, that's a varus collapse. And that puts shearing forces on your knee joint. So what you want to do is keep it in line with your first and second toe, look down at your toes and make sure that your knees are staying behind your toes and in line with your first and second toe, just like that. And that's your basic standard squat.